Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I am actually so much happy and it's my pleasure to have you on this channel. So dear viewers, here we have scholars who are working with me and I am also scholar. So they are going to share their interview experiences and few of their insights on how, if you are aspiring to get into SAP, these insights and inputs will actually pave a path for you to get into SAP. So here we go. Hey guys, once again, welcome back. So let's go with these traditional questions that are asked in all the interviews. Just a kind of introduction of yourself to the viewers.
Thanks for having us, Sam. So, yeah, a short introduction about myself might be my name is Tapo and I come from Pulkita. I have studied my Bachelor of Computer Applications at Institute of Engineering and Management, Kolkata. And currently I'm working as a scholar at SAP. I'm working for a team called Cloud Industries and Retail. So, yeah.
Yes, thank you, Tapo, for your introduction. Yes, Pulkita.
Hey, thanks Sam for making us being here. And I am Pulkita and I am from Delhi and done my graduation from Guru Gobind Singh Indraprasth University that is based in Delhi. I am a 4Y scholar and currently I am working in cross mobile engineering. Thank you.
Thank you, Pulkita.
Hi everyone, I'm Palani. I did my Bachelor's of Science in a college called Christ in Bangalore. I did it in Computer Science, Maths and Statistics. Right now I'm working at SAP with my other colleagues here, and I'm in a team called CAP, which is called, the extension is the Cloud Application Program.
So thank you guys for your short and crisp introduction. So here we are getting into the crux of the video, that is those three questions. How you get into this prestigious company, and how was your interview experience? Then what are the technologies that you guys are working, which would give a proper outline to the viewers or those guys who are actually wanting to get into SAP, so that they can actually brush up all their basics, and then when they get in here, they can actually excel. So that's the motive. And then a kind of advice that you would give, because you yourself might feel that if I had done this better at the earlier stage, I would have been in better position, like above some of the few scholars. Otherwise, in other words, are getting honored, are being appreciated a lot. So these are the things. So here we go. Tapo, how was your interview experience and how did you get into SAP?
Actually, my interview experience was a bit different from others because I was already an intern at SAP. So what happened is before SAP approached our college for this scholar program, they had already come to our college with an internship opportunity.
That's a great thing actually.
So
you are lucky.
So BCA guys had a chance for having a 2-month internship at SAP.
Okay.
And there also we will be working for teams in the same manner which we are doing right now.
So you had the privilege of knowing the culture and the technology and the people before
Correct.
Unlike others.
Correct.
Okay.
And actually that helped me in my interviews later.
That's very visible and evident. We can feel it actually.
What happened is when the interviewer came, the first thing that they noticed was the internship at SAP.
Oh, yeah.
They would
Let's
always,
add an advantage.
Yeah, correct. So they would always add something more about the internship, what you did, what was the work you were doing there. So that actually helped a lot. And yeah, apart from that, we had the rounds, which were first technical round, second technical round, and the third is the managerial round.
Yes, okay. Any of the questions that you remember from first technical round, second technical round? If you remember, it would be a
It was long back, but first technical round, I remember there was a person and he shared some code editor link with me where both the peoples can contribute to the editor and code something. So he actually asked me to code out polymorphism code in Java.
Okay.
So function overridings,
Okay.
function overloading, these stuff. He told me to just code out.
Okay.
That's why. Yeah. So in the first technical round, what happened is the interviewer came up with a problem. So yeah, he asked me to code it out, and I don't think I completely answered the question though, but it was a partial kind of answer, and he also helped me out. to answer it properly. That was the
We need to keep talking to the
correct.
interviewer.
Correct. If you just try to convince them, or you try to convey them what you are thinking about, what the path you are following, the approach you are following in solving the question,
Yes.
that actually helps.
Okay.
And they also try to communicate with you and give you some hints in the way.
Okay. Yeah, that's good.
And after that, I think he came up with some puzzles kind of question.
Always there are puzzles.
Always,
Yes.
and that's a must too. Like we have that Gigs for Gigs
Yes.
website,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
From there you can find many puzzles, and most of them will be from that.
Yeah, one more super hint for those who are watching, and if you're preparing for it, go with this Geeks for Geeks compilation of puzzles.
Puzzles.
Because if you are prepared with all those compilation puzzles, you will be able to actually crack everything. Of course, they modify those puzzles and give you, and if you are prepared for it, you can actually do way better than you think you can. Just the way you can work.
Yeah, that's all about the first interview, first technical round actually.
Okay, second technical round.
Second,
If you remember some.
yeah, firstly again all those introduction and stuff, and after that it was about he asked me actually to design a DB structure, what you do like to have for a say a red bus kind of thing.
Okay.
So for a transportation facility or something, you have to have a ER diagrams basically.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
I know.
ER
So
diagram.
ER diagrams. So yeah, that was it. Nothing much.
Okay,
Just
anything
technical
from the
round.
final round, managerial round.
Managerial
questions?
round again. I was lucky because the person who took my managerial interview for my internship was the same person who was taking my managerial round
Okay.
during the scholar program.
Okay.
So she was aware
Okay.
of the path of which I was going through, my
Okay.
journey and all.
Okay.
So most of the questions she asked was like, how was your life after this internship?
Okay.
What all did you get to know? How do you think was it better from all the other students in your college?
Okay. Yes.
These are the most of the questions, not much of.
Yeah, it is always situation.
So it was not kind of questions, but she would have asked a person who she is meeting for the first time.
Okay. Yeah.
So yeah, that's the difference in that managerial.
Was this online or offline?
It was online. It was the telephonic video call.
Even the
session.
internship.
Yeah, internship was online.
So before all this, there is a preliminary screening test, right?
Yes.
For which you need to prepare for C++, Java, and then 2 programming questions. It is same for everyone, even for Palani. Okay. So thank you Tapo, for all those
No problem.
insights. Yes, Pulkita, you can go on with your.
So as mentioned by Sam, firstly it was preliminary round, and we have to do like 2 coding questions and clear all the test cases. And then second round in that was do MCQ questions for C++, and then third is Java MCQ questions for C.
Okay. On the preliminary screening test, you have segmentized and then. Okay.
So after clearing that, next day it was my interview.
Okay.
Pretty early morning,
Yes.
around 9. So first interview was like they basically asked me C++ or OOPS concept
Okay.
plus basic questions, coding questions like variable swapping and all,
Okay.
without third variable or something.
Yes.
And then they asked me like about linked list and how good am I in data structures.
Okay.
So they accordingly asked me questions,
Different questions.
different questions. Basically, it was linked list throughout.
Okay.
So and plus puzzles questions.
Okay.
Clearing that round.
That's first technical round.
That was my first technical round.
Yes.
Then I got the result after mid.
The same day. The
Same
noon.
day, noon. Then that was a senior developer in SAP, and he asked me like tons of questions that includes software testing and software development or software engineering.
Okay.
Full 7 steps of software engineering
Life cycle.
life cycle. Yes.
Okay.
So I was able to answer that. Plus, also he asked me about like I mentioned software testing, like what are the different types of software testing or black box testing.
White box.
What is integration testing?
Mm-hmm.
He also asked me couple of puzzles.
In the second round.
In the
second
second
technical round.
Hmm.
Okay.
Both the interviews has included the puzzle session. Plus, he hasn't asked me much of a coding in that. He asked me like, explain your projects, what you did in BCA.
Okay.
So that was pretty much of it.
Okay.
Then next morning, I have a managerial round, HR round. So that was quite well. He
Okay.
asked me like if I'm okay to travel
Yes.
and join SAP. So that-
Again, it's like a lot of situational questions were asked in manager
yes, yes,
round.
that's what
can
you have learned and what you have done in BCA.
just here a lot of people, the communication skill they have actually comes into
Comes
help.
in.
Yeah. Okay.
One more question I got reminded of was they might ask like people like, what if not SAP?
Yeah.
That
Even
would
I
be a
got the same
question.
question. Yes. What if not SAP?
What do you do if you do not get into SAP?
Yes, yes.
So-
Yes, this question predominantly they ask
Correct.
to most of the guys. Even I.
They actually want to know your mindset through that question.
Yeah.
So, what is it? Is there something apart from SAP that you consider? So, yeah.
Yeah, for that specific question, you guys can actually prepare well. You can expect the questions too. Yeah.
Correct.
Thank you, Pulkita.
So I mean, Tapo and Pulkita pretty much covered it, but the first, again, 4 rounds. The first round being, like Pulkita had said, like a multiple choice and mainly C and Java, and you had some programming as well. But I would probably encourage people to just go through all these sites. There's so many online websites where you can practice. And another one I found good was IndiaBix for prepare, might be useful. And then the second round was they asked me more of technical questions like related to programming. So in this round you have to be really careful. Like don't put things that you don't know on your
Yeah, that's
like
that's one of the points that you guys should remember. Don't put things that you actually don't know.
Yeah.
If you don't know, just don't put.
Yeah.
That's the thing. So if you are not good enough, if you don't know things, just don't put it in your resume.
Yeah.
That's one thing.
So for me, it was mainly C questions. I wasn't too familiar with C++, C, and then Java. And then I also got a couple of SQL questions because I had done SQL in college. So they wanted to check my knowledge on that. And another thing is when they ask you to program, you can choose your language. So I chose Python for that because like you've got so many libraries.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do things quickly.
Yeah, that was probably a good thing that I remember. Then the third round was more logical puzzles. Like the third round, they just focused on logical puzzles for me. And again, it's enough's been said about that. Fourth round, the HR round is just like a conversation. You just have to be really, practical and truthful. Don't
Be
go
honest,
overboard.
We can easily figure out if you are actually exaggerating things. They have been in the industry for very long. So
Exactly.
if you are exaggerating, they will be able to make it out.
And do be prepared for tough questions. So so if you're not an engineering student, they may ask, why should we pick you over an engineering student? So a lot of questions come and they're not to like demotivate you, it's just to see how quick you are on your feet, how you think about things and get through tight situations. Yeah, so that was my interview process.
Okay, same company, different people, but the experiences are different. The thing is, they have been into a company for very long, so they forgot the specific questions. And sorry for that, but these few insights they gave would actually, I hope, might help you. So here we go with what are the technologies these guys are actually working.
So right now, we're building the framework for CAP, so we're mainly using JavaScript. So that's the main language of use.
Okay, Palani uses JavaScript a lot. Yes, Pulkita.
For me, it's like SAP based technology, but the main thing I'm working on is on JavaScript also.
Okay.
So basically, it is an environment where we code in SAP technology, and then it will work on both iOS and Android.
Oh, it's like cross-platform.
Yeah,
Cross-platform, just like Kotlin language.
Yes, like Flutter or
Yeah.
Xamarin.
Hmm.
Okay, yes. Good thing.
So for me, I'm working on a new application which is already launched by SAP in last September.
Okay.
So it's a microservice architecture. If you can Google about it. The language which we are using is predominantly Java.
Okay.
So that's the basis of the whole project, maybe. So yes.
Okay, so none of you guys are working on UI5?
Basically, my work is just like UI5, but since SAP has the different technology for it, that is mobile development kit.
Okay.
So I am working on that.
Oh,
Pretty much similar, but different. In
okay, it's
the
nice to hear. So, guys, you might feel at this time of life that if something would have been, you could feel that something would have been better, that I would have developed a little more, or I would have excelled well in this now if I would have done that better. Like you wasted time, or you didn't focus on the basics properly, because all throughout the experience, interview experience or whatever it is, if you are thorough with your basics, you can actually make it.
Correct.
So there will be kind of things that you might still feel that I would have done better. So if you could give that as an advice to these guys who are actually wanting to get in, that might be of help. So what are your advice to these youngsters?
Maybe I can think of is right now you can form a group among your friends and try having the hardest possible questions, like within a limit, of course, and ask your friend to solve it out online in front of you.
Okay.
Coding it out online, like,
Okay.
or maybe
Get your hands.
and maybe if you are in, like, now COVID isn't there, so you can actually take some piece of paper and code it out and write down the code.
Okay.
That would be helpful, maybe. Yeah.
Yes, that's a piece of advice from Tapo. Thank you for the Tapo. Yes, if you have.
So if I have to say, is like you don't get up and it's like boom, you crack the interview. It's just
Yeah,
like a
it's
daily
not just
step.
an overnight thing.
You have to take daily steps, and little steps make you a big success. So that's it.
Actually,
My
what
type.
Pulkita is trying to say is consistent.
Yeah.
So be
Consistency and
consistent with all your
discipline.
efforts,
Yes.
and your hard work will pay you off.
Mm.
Believe me, guys, hard work always pays you off. Yes, for me.
So I think they've said probably the two most important points to practice and to actually get down and do it. The other thing I could probably think about is before the interview, probably just read up about what SAP is, because it's quite big and not many people really know. Yeah, and another thing I guess would be to, if you was in school, yeah, pick a language and like really hone in. Like don't just do the ABCDs of everything. But like try and become master in a language.
Yeah, master in one technology.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, everything comes down to one
Yeah.
thing. So I hope these guys made out a very big deal of time. And this, I mean, we are actually shooting on a Friday evening. So these guys have sacrificed their time and made it out. Thank you guys for your time, precious time actually. And these few words of yours might help a lot of people out there, I hope. Also, thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.